Just before we look at the TA for Bitcoin, don't forget to visit our website, bpoi.uk. Have a look around. Quite a lot of information on the website, and then you've got click here to sign up. So just click on this particular button. That takes you to bpoi.uk join. And then just have a look at the membership plan. So just want to do a month, $40, 6 months, $100, 12 months, $150. And we got some lifetime memberships as well, 49 lifetime memberships left, $200. So well worth the money. And then obviously take a look around the website and look at the different channels. If you want to join our free Telegram channel, just click on this button here. And then as long as you've got a Telegram account, just click on the view in Telegram and that'll take you to our free channel. We do post quite a bit of information in the free channel, and we'll answer any of your questions, whether that be on a setup that you're looking at or something that we've posted. Okay, cheers guys. Evening guys, 11:45, Saturday 22nd of January. Don't be fooled, Bitcoin dominance chart this is. So Bitcoin dominance has been pumping in group. We were talking about some sort of double top, potentially reversal pattern, Bitcoin dominance moving down. But no, we had a breakthrough retest and a pump higher up to 42.13%, which was our next resistance level. Starting to see some consolidation by Bitcoin dominance, but keep an eye on things. If you're wondering why your altcoins have gotten so wrecked with regards to this Bitcoin move down, Bitcoin dominance pumping is probably part of the reason. So if Bitcoin moves down and Bitcoin dominance moves up, altcoins get wrecked. Okay, so you're looking at single digit move down from Bitcoin is a double digit move down on altcoins if Bitcoin dominance is pumping. So keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance. Ideally what we need to see now is Bitcoin dominance start to move downwards. That would help altcoins move better depending on what Bitcoin does obviously over the next 24-48 hours. Okay, so you should always keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin at the moment, so just going to the weekly charts just to point out some key areas. So I'm just going to reset this chart and then expand on this chart. Okay, so obviously we've had this move down here on the weekly. Key area is this red line here, 28,884. Okay, so this, if we drop lower than this level, we would be in a scenario where we're putting in, so we've got a higher low there. Okay, so we've got higher high, higher low, higher high again, and we've got the possibility, if we drop down past 28,884, to be putting in a lower low. If we put in a lower low, we could see a bearish retest of that level, 28,884, and then a continuation downwards. Okay, so keep an eye on 28,884. We do not want to be moving below that level at all. Okay, next line up, so this green dotted line is 618 fibs. Okay, on the weekly, so 618 fibs, strong level of support. So we're looking for potentially the bottom, in my opinion, being in and around this area. So I'm just going to go over to the 4-hour chart very quickly. Let me just get rid of those two. 1 second, 4-hour chart. Reset the chart. And then let's just move this bit up. Okay. So 618 fib is this green dotted line. In my opinion, I think if we do see a move down, which I also think might well happen as we've got this CME gap. So we've got futures gap, orders need to be filled, and the price action being literally on top. Obviously some of the orders have been filled here, but the price action literally on top of the CME gap. I think there's a possibility that we may well bounce here a little bit, roll over, move down. We'll see a wick down past this trend line, which is key support, and then a move back up into the pattern, possible retest, and then we're looking to move back up to the top trend line to test the top trend line again. Okay, so I'm just looking at that scenario. That's my thoughts at the moment. I think this gap will get filled. Might not get filled till Monday, but I think this gap will get filled. I think this 618 fib is a obvious target. Traders generally target the 618 fib either as a support area or as an area to sell any profits that have been made. So potentially this is an area to target with regards to downward movement, and then we're likely to see bulls lined up in this area and then a recovery, possible V-shaped recovery. Okay, so just keep an eye on the 618 fib. So you've got the CME gap, you've got the 618 fib, this green line, and then you've got this area here, 28884. Definitely do not want to be moving down past that area. I think keep an eye on right now is just a bearish retest. So if we do move down out of this falling wedge, obviously it depends on where you're drawing your lines with regards to this falling wedge, but I like to think my trend lines are quite accurate. So just be careful of a retest of this and then a move lower. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the indicators. So we're on the 4 hour. Obviously everything is heavily oversold right now. So you've got the stock RSI just about to turn bullish, or turn bullish actually, moving upwards. If we can see the histogram here, bars are coming closer together. If we can get a bullish cross on the MACD, obviously the RSI is massively oversold, so the lowest it's been in some time. If we can get all of these three moving up together, quite confident that we'll see a fairly strong move from Bitcoin, potentially up to this area 37496, possible resistance area, maybe next level 39592. I would expect the bears to be lined up at this trend line and or 40,000 area. So we might well see Bitcoin start to move up if we can get these indicators moving upwards in sync. We just have a look at the indicators on the daily chart. So the stock RSI moving into oversold, which is also a good sign. Likelihood is we'll see some sort of move upwards from the stock RSI. But look at the MACD. MACD is really bearish at the moment. However, the RSI again massively oversold. We have to expect some sort of bounce from the RSI, relief bounce maybe, which would coincide with what my idea is with regards to a move up potentially to 37496. Okay, so indicators are looking very oversold, which is a promising sign. We seem to be holding this area. So if we move down to the 1 hour chart, we can see that Bitcoin has essentially moved down, but we're starting to move up and across. Okay, so keep an eye on the price action moving sideways, but moving sideways in an upward trajectory for potentially a stronger move upwards. Okay, we've had a lower low, lower high, higher low. Can we put in a higher high? So we're looking at possibly just on shorter time frames, we're looking at putting in a price above 36,219. So that would be the next target. So to put in a higher high and then another higher low and then another higher high. So just moving up that way. Okay, futures, obviously markets are closed at the moment, so we've just got to anticipate what's happening here, but the price action has already moved down to this area. Potentially what you might see is the price action move down to below, on Bitcoin, to below this level 32,925, which would be good. So if the market's opened and the price action was down here, obviously it's better for the market makers to push the price up to then fill this gap with regards to futures. Obviously trading is not open at the moment, so trading won't open until Monday. So potentially if the price action over the weekend ends up down here, then we'll see a move up from Bitcoin. S&P 500 obviously getting wrecked. So the main reason for this Bitcoin crash is because of tech stocks not doing particularly well. So company results are coming out this week with regards to the S&P 500 companies. And I think the top 10 company reports were released this week or are due to be released. And performance has not been great. So I think companies like Netflix are down 25% at the moment, or were down 22 to 25%. So the S&P 500 is below the 200 SMA, and it hasn't been below the 200 SMA since the COVID crash of March 2020. The difference is obviously the last time that the S&P dipped below that, March 2020, there was obviously a good reason for it. So, you know, it was a crisis. So it was a crisis crash, if you like. But this this crash obviously is not to do, partially to do with that, but more to do with the actual performance of companies in the S&P 500 index. So the Nasdaq is in the same position. So Nasdaq is again dropped below the SMA 200. Okay, so again, first time since March 2020 that this happened. Possibly find support, but obviously markets open on Monday. Ethereum BTC gives you an idea of what the altcoin market cap is doing, and essentially getting wrecked. You can see, you know, altcoins just getting absolutely wrecked there. Block holding up okay, to be fair, but yeah, if you look at the downside for Block, not faring up particularly well. And this is a coin that we've been watching, so area value was literally up here, and then again since the COVID, since the stock markets haven't been doing particularly well, you can see what's happened. Same with Luna. Luna's sort of recovering at the moment, but Luna just falling out of the pattern that Luna was in. So again, Luna not doing particularly well. This is just across the board. I think if I brought up ADA, let's have a look at Cardano. Cardano, fairly decent bounce actually from Cardano. So again, move down, strong move down. Go to the 4-hour chart, strong move down in accordance with what Bitcoin was doing. But not actually suffering as bad as I thought it would be suffering still. I mean, Cardano at $1.06, that's a crazy price. But let's have a look at XRP actually. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Again, very similar to Bitcoin story at the moment, but XRP now trading at 0.58. 0.58 for XRP, absolute bargain. But we just need to understand what Bitcoin is doing and what will Bitcoin be doing over the next 24 to 48 hours. Are we going to see a move up, or are we going to see some sideways consolidation? Are we going to see potentially a bear flag form and then downward continuation? Are we going to see the CME gap get filled? Are we going to see a test of the 618? Okay, so trading right now are very, very, very difficult. Yes, you do want to be catching this bounce, but the hard thing, I guess, right now is not necessarily predicting the bottom. You know, you could argue that the bottom is here or the bottom is here, but the difficulty is with regards to what's going on in traditional markets is, are we going to enter a period of longer down-term consolidation? You know, are we going to be moving down even further? Or are we going to see a bounce correction and a move up? I think that's what people are worried about right now. It's not necessarily reaching the bottom. It's a case of, are we anywhere near the bottom? Are we going to get bearish retest, move down, bearish retest, move down, and a continuation downwards? Or are we actually going to buck this trend and essentially break out of this upper trend line, which is what we need to do, and move upwards? I think people are unsure at the moment. Okay, so that's the concern, is that we enter in a continued downtrend rather than breaking out of this upper trend line and moving up. We're potentially in a longer term downtrend, or we're breaking down, retesting, and then suddenly we're in a new downtrend. Okay, that's the worry, that's the concern at the moment. So observe, I think, is my advice. Observe what's going to be going on over the next 24 to 48 hours. Look for some sort of correction. Ideally look for a correction above 37,496, a retest and a move higher. Looking to break this upper trend line for us to even think about becoming bullish. Okay, we need to break this upper trend line. So let's see what happens. I'm going to be doing another video early doors, early in the morning, just to see where the price action is at. But short term is, short side of things, I'm expecting the CME gap to get filled. I'm expecting a test of this fib level, and then I'm expecting some sort of correction. But Monday will be crucial as to how the markets respond and how they open on Monday with regards to what's going to happen over the course of the week next week with regards to the Bitcoin price. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's monitor and observe and go from there. Cheers.